Hey, Rob out here with Truck Mount Forums, and I am with
Caesar Resendez.
Oh. And I'm Oscar.
And how do you pronounce your last name again?
Resendez.
Resendez. I don't have that role, but that sounds really nice. And you have your name. Your company is
Resendez Brothers Carpet and Tile Cleaning.
Now, how'd y'all come up with that name? First of all, I mean, just because you're brothers, is that what did it?
Well,
I mean, you had to think about it.
We're born and raised in this is Monterey. We're born and raised in Salinas, which is just down the street from Monterey, and we were trying to think of what to name the company, our new business, and being from here, you tend to know a lot of people from the area. So one of our buddies said, "Hey, a lot of people know Resendez. Why don't you say Resendez Bros Carpet and Tile Cleaning?" So I thought that was a good idea.
So I'm guessing y'all had a good reputation growing up? You didn't knock up any trash cans or mess up any mailboxes?
Maybe it's been a couple decades, but you know.
So important it is.
I don't think anybody saw us.
Right, exactly. So if you're going to name your company, make sure you have a good reputation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We already had so many friends in high school, and everybody would just call us, hey, the Resendez Bros. Like, people already knew it, so it kind of just made itself.
Awesome. I love it. First time I seen it, I fell in love with it, but what I really fell in love with was the branding. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you guys came up with the branding? Because you guys are putting off a multi-million-dollar franchise look, even though you're a smaller company growing, because y'all been in business since what,
2014.
2014. So about 6 years, 8 years, something like that?
8+ years, a little north of 8 years.
Well, I'm saying about 6 years doing the carpet cleaning, and about 2 years doing the rugs. Now that you're doing rugs too?
About a year doing rugs now, right?
Okay.
That's a new service we just took on, and we're very excited to really be experts, but we're gonna get there. We're almost there.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you're doing good,
Thank you.
Hopefully I can give you guys a couple little tips and pointers. Let's get back to this.
Sure.
Tell me how you came up with this. I think it really looks professional.
Well, thank you very much.
Sure.
We knew having a logo, a brand is very professional. We have a close friend. We grew up with him, and he said, "Hey, I want to give something to you guys. I'm really proud of where you guys are in your business. We're still very new in the business." And he said, he took a couple of photos of us, right? And with that photo, of course.
Right.
And he sent us the logo. We thought, man, this is amazing. We're blown away. Very happy with it.
Just checking see the guns, man. The guns got a match. Of course, who am I to say? Mine don't match mine anymore either.
I'm sure he beat us up a little bit. Extra pounds of muscle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the future.
So we thought, okay, we'll put the logo on our van. We're just about to get our first transit. We have 4 transits now.
4 now, nice.
Yeah.
And they look good, by the way.
Thank you. So we thought we'll put our logo on there. You know, all our information. They said, no, I'm gonna work on that too. Just let me know what truck you're gonna get, and I'll design something. And
so let me get this straight. Yep. This is a childhood friend. Because y'all have good attitudes, attitude determines your altitude. You attracted good people. This guy builds logos, and he offered to do it for you, no charge. Right. He took pictures of you, and then where did it go from there? This is cool.
Yeah.
Where did it go from there? How did he come about the logo?
So he goes to expos, graphic designing. He's all into that. And he went and seen this really cool van that was fully wrapped. And he noticed that van was getting a ton of attention from people in the expo. People were like, wow, this is a cool design. And it happened that it was also some brothers. I guess it was like a plumbing business.
The Plumbing Brothers, I got
something like that, yeah. And he's like, let me get a photo of you guys. Let me handle everything. He didn't even tell us what he was gonna do. And we didn't want to know, because we know his work is super good. Yeah. So do your thing, man. A week later or something like that, he shows us the logo.
What do you guys think of this?
And we were blown away.
Were you?
Just the logo, we were like, that's perfect. He didn't have to change anything to it.
You know, it's funny you said that, because when my nephew, not by blood, Daniel Martinek made our logos, he brought it to us. My son-in-law looked like, oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah. So it goes to show that your logo is so important. I see guys who invest $1,500 in a wand, and that's great. Sure. Because it cleans good. Yeah. But you got to have the customers to clean.
Yeah.
So it's like shoes. I always tell people, look, take shortcuts, on a shirt or something if you want to, but don't take a shortcut in shoes, because you're walking in them all day long. Your feet are important. So your brand is super important. So don't take a shortcut on your logo.
Yes.
And look at the difference, because it impressed me. And I go to the trade shows and I meet a lot of different cleaners, and I say, man, this is good, but you also have the attitude to back it up. So he shows you the logo. Now you started building your business from there, or had you already had the business?
He showed us the logo.
We already had the business.
And then we already had. We had a van. What was it like? Those
old
older van. Ecoline.
Got to start somewhere.
Oh yeah. And we got a. It already had installed a. What was it?
It was the Panther.
Panther.
A
Okay.
Panther.
Intex Panther.
20.
Something like that.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real basic machine, but hey, get you going.
Good.
How did you, so okay, so you got your logo, you got your brand.
Yeah.
I'm going to show inside this video some footage of the vans and stuff
Sure.
like that. They really look sharp. So where did y'all go from there? I mean, how did y'all end up going from one truck to several trucks? And, what are your future goals? First of all, let me ask this question.
Yeah.
How did y'all even get started in carpet cleaning? How did you even find out about it?
You know, it's funny. We had normal 8 to 5 jobs, right? We got a gym.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, we didn't love our jobs. We appreciated them, but we didn't love our jobs, and it just started declining the quality of how they treated their employees.
Right.
We thought, you know, we can't do this. We gotta figure something out. We don't have degrees. I mean, I have college education and stuff, but
Right.
so it was Caesar's idea, and he said,
But why carpet cleaning?
You know what? That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
I guess what I did is college was not for me. I didn't like school really, and I was like,
I know the feeling.
I just didn't. As much as I tried, and I tried to go and.
Well, sad thing to say, back in the day, colleges taught you a lot. Now colleges pump out activists. I don't want to be an activist, you know, most young people don't want to be. They want a skill they can take into the future.
Sure.
All right, so go ahead.
So I knew I was at the time, I was like, I don't know, 28, 29, I was into the fitness industry, but I knew where being there for the amount of years that I wasn't gonna get any further. So we just started kind of researching what's a good business or a good startup for someone to start with low investment.
Yeah.
And that
Low, low skill, low knowledge at the time. Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere, but go ahead.
And carpet cleaning kept popping up. You know, it was, I guess, a really good startup.
Yeah, it is.
And
great potential.
And I actually ended up discovering your forum.
Truck Mount Forums.
Truck Mount Forums.
What I'm talking about, yes.
And
it's a huge resource, by the way.
Oh my goodness. No.
Shameless plug.
We'll talk about
if it wasn't for the app back in the days, right? It was an app version. We probably wouldn't have done it. Honestly, I went there almost every day, and I was just researching. I started learning through there.
That actually was part of our daily checklist. You have to log in on Team F.
And this is true.
Just
and
be
this is true.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
True story.
And
I appreciate
that's
that.
how I discovered this cleaning world. And man, we were so interested. We got our loan. We found the vehicle about an hour away in San Jose. Let's just go pick it up.
Yeah.
Let's just go pick it up.
So
And then what about training and stuff like that? Did you just teach yourselves? Or did you look online, learn from the forums?
TMF.
YouTube videos?
No, really. No, TMF.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
No, really. TMF, it offers so many,
Yeah.
you know,
And remember,
resources.
I was saying outside that carpet cleaning flies under the radar.
Right.
Even though it seems like a low-skill business to people, there's still more to it than meets the eyes. You have to understand the chemistry, you have to understand the processes, you have to understand the dynamics of dealing with customers, the logistics of the whole
There's
job.
a lot of angles you have to.
And
really.
I've always said probably half the guys out there are doing this for beer and cigarette money. So if you're taking it serious like you guys are, like we did, you can go far and really do well. And now you guys are working 4 trucks already in a short period of time.
I still remember when we pitched the idea to our parents, because they're like, "Are you sure this is really what you want to do? And like, are you sure you really want to leave the gym? You've got insurance there, and you have to think about all these things." We're like, "Yup." They were worried.
We're not going to stick around the fitness industry or gym.
How did your girlfriends take it? Oh, we're gonna be carpet cleaners. Oh, okay.
No, actually very supportive.
I know.
At the
I'm
time.
just messing.
No, honestly, everybody was worried.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Oh, we're not going to stick around because we have benefits.
Starting any business is always a calculated risk. But you guys, you guys have the enthusiasm, you have the desire, you had the circumstances,
Right.
and then you learn something. So I think it's awesome. I think you guys have done well, and you've already
I
got your
appreciate
brand together. Now you're here with a rug cleaning.
Right. That's our new service, and again, we're very, very excited to continue to learn a little bit more, and at some point become true experts in that department.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Yes,
there's no
exactly,
doubt about it. And it's
exactly.
nice to have, different, I should say, streams of income. And really think about it, people say, well, you should only just do one thing. Well, I hear a lot of carpet cleaners say it online, but listen, they're not doing one thing. They're cleaning carpets, they're cleaning upholstery, they're cleaning tile, they're doing commercial carpets,
Exactly.
they're doing rugs. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's true.
But try to at least do, master the skill to a certain degree at least first.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
then take
yes,
it on
yeah.
as you add them, especially as you add more of them.
Yeah.
Because if you can learn those skills, then they're all different income streams.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can take.
And-
And one thing's up, nothing's down, and vice versa. So it
And I'll
really
tell you
does
what,
work out.
even 8.5 years down the road, we're still learning. There's always going to be certain situations that come up, and we figured out. But there's again so many resources out there that you can really
Yeah.
can really help.
I have been cleaning for 40 years.
Yeah.
Owned truck mount forms for almost 20 years that's been
Yeah.
around. Have the online school, go to all the trade shows. I got my finger on the pulse, talking to people every day, following all the threads. And
Yeah.
yet, when I'm going out here on the road, I'm meeting a lot of owner-operators, and I'm learning some things from them.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Absolutely.
So everybody has just a different angle.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of rebranded or just a different angle of doing it. I think really different strokes for different folks probably came from carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, some carpet cleaners could use some work on their strokes. That's for sure. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I agree.
So you're constantly applying your quality because you want your quality
Right.
to match your brand
Absolutely.
and your look and your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So you have to have that knowledge.
Right.
Go ahead.
And now, so we currently have 3 full-time employees. We have 2 helpers that help us on bigger projects.
Nice.
And we tell them every appointment is an opportunity for a referral, for a 5-star review. So we have to treat them just as we have to give them the same experience as we would a really high-end customer or not a very.
See, that's what's going to set you apart. You want to deliver that knock your socks off customer service and that mind-blowing quality.
Yeah.
And I've always said I'm a big believer in the big 3 R's. You know what they are? Repeats, reviews, and referrals.
Yep.
See, I know something new.
I know you were thinking I was the big R, right? I am Big Rob. They do call me Big Rob, and my son Little Rob back at home, even though he's got bigger guns than me. Right, exactly. And you're Resendez. So just remember the 3 R's. And if you can keep those 3 R's in mind when you go out and you're dealing with the client, that really does help.
Yes.
But you have to be able to deliver, and you guys are delivering. So I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank
I'm telling
you, Rob.
Well, think about it. I run into a lot of cleaners around the country on the tour. I run into a lot of cleaners at the trade shows and then on the forums everywhere. So I think y'all are setting a good example, especially for a newer company. And I think a lot of people can learn. That's why I wanted to do this video and show people how you did the branding.
Sure.
How you have the shirts and the logo on your shirts to look sharp, and your coats.
There's so many.
And then the vans. And now you're on a corner location with a ton of traffic.
Yeah.
That's impressive. You get your signs up there, which you do already. You should already be getting a bunch of rugs, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's so many angles that are so important when starting and running in a successful business.
Yes.
Branding, it's just we can't say enough. It's
And
obviously
also, I would probably say the team is the people you hire. It's extremely important.
Absolutely.
When we were doing it, it was just Oscar and I going out, and then we worked. I remember when we said we need to hire some people. We worked our ass off all summer long. The summer flew by. We looked back, we didn't do anything. All we did was work, and family was like, hey, you guys are leaving at 6:30 a.m. You guys are getting home at 8 p.m. We're trying to handle everything.
and that's a blessing. That's great.
Hey,
that's good.
be happy you got the work, and you're building a foundation.
Yeah, not a complaint at all.
If you build a foundation on something that's poor, it's just going to crumble.
Yeah.
So you guys are building a foundation on your quality, your name. People will continue to come to you.
Yeah.
And when it comes to employees, I heard an old guy one time saying, I loved it and it stuck with me. He said, Rob, you got to go through a lot of ducks to find an eagle. So sometimes you got to go through like 100 ducks before you can find an eagle employee. And that eagle employee has to have some vision that you're going to take care of them, you're going to work with them, and they have a good future.
Yeah.
So if you can relay that to them, you'll have your eagles, and they'll stick around for a long time. And that's worked out well for us. Just let you know.
We trained our guys, the way we do things and our standards. And we trained them up to 2 months. Like we wanted them to learn everything. We wanted them to be, be able to how would you say it?
Deliver the whole experience.
Yeah.
I understand, because you guys deliver an experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and that's what my brothers and I did when we started. Like I said, we didn't stay together, but in retrospect, we probably should have stayed together.
Yeah.
But you know, here's one thing too: is they didn't all know their parts. We didn't have the internet, and we didn't have a good business. We had no business training.
Yeah.
So right now, it looks like you guys know your parts. I know you're working in the office mostly.
I do the day-to-day stuff.
Working out there. So if y'all know your parts, that makes a huge difference. And keep it that way. You know.
And these guys that we got, at first we were worried like, okay, are we gonna? Because we were starting to get over like 100 5-star reviews. We were just starting, right?
Right.
And then when we get the team, is that gonna go down or what's gonna happen? Man, these guys are the 5-star team. We've blown up to almost 500.
Are we?
Man,
almost.
Jeez,
We might be at 500.
I'm almost to 1,000, but I've been 40 years. Y'all been 8 years. That's amazing. That's amazing. You see, you know what it is? Because you know, enthusiasm is contagious.
Yeah.
You guys have an enthusiasm and a love for the business that you're doing, and it rubs off on them. It gives them a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
You know, that's what business does, and that's what a job does. It gives you a sense of purpose. So if you can fulfill that for them, they'll fulfill it for you.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's great. That's great.
So you gotta trust your team. They can do the same. They can do an amazing job, and they are. And
Absolutely.
they are.
Yeah, could you imagine a football coach going out there and playing all the positions?
There you
He
go.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But you also can't be afraid to get dirty.
Of course.
You know, if you guys got to go out and help them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even at this point right here, I'm going to help employees. When I'm back in town, if they got a problem and they're running behind, I'll go out and help them.
Oh yeah. We always tell them if there's ever a setup that's really tricky, you're on the 3rd or 4th floor,
help.
call me.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Give them
And
that,
we do.
Give them that support.
We don't go out and clean as much as we did before, but I do when we get the opportunity. I want to go out. I like to go out and
You know what? I cleaned right before I left town. I probably only cleaned about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 houses this year, but I went and cleaned one by myself before I left. You know, it's almost therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's almost therapeutic. They say cleanliness is next to godliness, and I believe there's a lot of truth to that. So when you're there cleaning, and you're getting the satisfaction of taking something and contributing to the community, to the people, and to a cleaner environment for them, the top 3 reasons people live longer in this century. Number 1 is pharmaceutical, number 2 is pest control, number 3 is cleanliness. But I sincerely believe if we lived cleaner, if we ate cleaner and worked out cleaner, we wouldn't need the pesticides, we wouldn't need the pharmaceutical as much, right? So really it's probably number 1.
Yeah.
And so that's how you have to kind of come across it. All right, so now let's sum this up.
Okay.
You guys, you knew nothing about carpet cleaning. Let's see if I got it right. Correct me if I'm wrong. You knew nothing about carpet cleaning. You decided, you know what, we're working at the gym, we're getting in good shape, but we're not where we want to be. We're just not satisfied.
Sure.
So we want to do something different. What can we do? So he starts looking around, looking on the internet, and he finds out, hey, carpet cleaning seems like a fairly low entry.
Yep.
You know, it's skill-wise, at least for entry. Low skill-wise and low dollar-wise. Okay, great. All right, so then you found Truck Mount Forums. Thank God, we appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you, and thank you for all the support, by the way. 'Cause remember, you're a family, we're a family.
Of course.
And a lot of these companies have been bought out by big companies,
Yeah.
big hedge fund companies. So we got to stick together, all right? All right, so, okay, so then you started learning, stuff like that. You picked up a truck mount. You really felt good about it. You guys have built a good reputation in the area. You're known as the Resendez Brothers. And a friend of yours who's in graphics goes to a show. He sees something that's off the charts. It comes back and makes you guys something off the charts. Then y'all start adding vans, adding employees.
Yes.
Now you've got a rug shop. You've got 500 some reviews. You guys, basically to the average cleaner, you're killing it right now in a short period of time, in 8 years.
We're very happy with where we stand.
Now, where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years? Here comes the tough question.
That is a very tough question.
5
years. You know,
Now you can tell this is unscripted. I'm gonna hit you with a hard question. You guys have done great so far.
Yeah, well,
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
that's a really good question, and it's something that we've. Okay, so we're in a really good place as far as the employees that we have. We might hire more at some point, who knows? With the amount of trucks that we have, I feel like we're in a really good place.
Stop.
Yeah.
Complacency can kill you eventually, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want to constantly keep moving forward.
Yes.
Now, the reason I asked that question is because most people asked around the country really don't know where they're going to be in 5 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I kind of wanted to address this right here.
Yeah.
Because you guys are making so many strides, and I wish somebody would have told me this when I was younger. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you know where you want to be in 5 years before I bring the point out?
I was almost finished.
Go ahead,
That's
please.
good. That's good. So again, we're in a really good place, but I don't know where we're going to be in 5 years because you have to grow as demand comes in.
Yeah.
You have to keep up with it, and so that's my answer. I'm not sure.
I guess,
but I know we're going.
I guess the
right
market
direction.
has a lot of the control of it as well, because we never thought, honestly, I would have been happy. Well, when we first started, I would have been happy. My goal was
Two trucks,
one each.
Of course.
Yeah. And just go out and make a couple $100 a day or $500 a day.
And you can always scale back to that if you want to.
Yeah.
I have nothing wrong, and then people say, "Oh, Rob, you just want people to get bigger." I'm going like, no, I want them to know themselves.
Yeah.
I want you to know where you're going to be in 5 years.
Yeah.
What goals do you have? If you know yourself, then you can take on the proper responsibilities to meet yourself. But if you don't know yourself, you're asking for a lot of problems. Let's suppose there's a guy who's great as an owner-operator, and he hears everybody say, "Oh, you got to get bigger, you got to get bigger." And he goes out there and starts to get bigger. Now he's got all kinds of headaches, heartaches, and he liked it the way it was before. That fit him, but he didn't know himself, and it might have crushed his business.
Yeah.
Right? But maybe there's another guy who's got one truck and says, "You know what? I do want to be bigger. I do have the skill set for it. I do have the desire.
Yeah.
I do have the time. I have the circumstances."
Yeah.
And the timing's good. So all that matters.
Yeah.
You want to be able to know where you're going to be in 5 years. Go ahead. What are you going to say before I mention liberal breath?
I would say, as long as we're comfortable and we're happy with where we're at, but I don't know. Maybe I would say a couple more trucks, a couple more guys, and this is a great location. I don't think I ever really want to leave the Monterey Bay. It's just
okay,
so nice.
Let's talk about the bay for a second.
Yes.
Why don't we just all jump in a boat?
Yep.
Get yourself a nice boat. Really looks good, right? Let's pull out into the bay, and let's not steer it.
Yeah.
And not have no destination. What's going to happen?
Ooh,
We might end up in a nice place.
true that.
Might end up shipwrecked.
If we put ourselves in a boat, I'm gonna put a truck mount on that boat and go start out this kid.
And that's great, but you need to know, you need to have a destination.
Yes.
And I recommend a 5-year destination. And nobody told me this when I was young getting started. I wish I would have known it. But listen, you need to know where you want to be physically, where you want to be financially, where you want to be business-wise, and where you want to be spiritually. You know, and ask those questions. Write that down and keep notes. Keep a little log somewhere here, maybe, just for some goals. Where you want to be in 5 years, okay? And write them down. Even if you don't reach them, at least you've got a destination.
Right.
Okay. I'm at four trucks in 5 years. Realistically, we did this in 8 years. How long did it take us to add each truck? Well, if we add a truck a year, where are we going to be? So we're at 4 trucks right now. In 5 years, we'll be 9 trucks.
Yeah.
So why don't you just write down 10 trucks? 10 trucks is our goal. We reach it, fine. If we hit 8, we hit 7, we still did great.
Yeah.
If that's where you want to be. But that's, you got to know yourself. Maybe you just wanted to stop at 5. Know where you want to be in 5 years, and write those 4 priorities down. You know, and then say, okay, I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be here. Then all of a sudden, I think the human psyche has this incredible ability to create built into us to be able to accomplish our goals if we know where we're going. So just like you have, okay, you started thinking.
I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys started thinking while you're at the gym. You know what? Yeah, I'd really like to have something better.
Yeah.
So you started, you know, you had a goal.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't write it down, you had a goal. I'm going to find something better. And you found something better. And now it's going.
I did have a goal, 1 truck each, but it went beyond that.
There you go. So you need to scale it up, scale it down, or scale it right where you have it.
Sure.
But at least write down a 5-year plan.
Have a destination.
You know, where you want to be. So look at your finances. Look at where you are physically, because you know it takes a toll on you mentally and physically and stuff like that too. You know, how's it affecting your family? How's it going to affect them? Is it the right circumstances? And you have the right support for it? Great. If you don't have the right support for it, maybe scale it slower. I'm a big believer in slow, controlled growth, where a lot of guys believe in just getting it fast as they can. If you build something too fast, we've all seen on YouTube and stuff. People build something too fast. Next thing you know, the building falls down. So build it at a controlled rate. Y'all done a great job. I mean, you already got everything going here so far. And now you're at the position that you got to decide where you're going to be in 5 years.
I agree with the controlled rate that you're saying. We would never add on new services if we're not ready to add on another service. We want to be sure that we know as much as we can in carpet cleaning. Okay, now we're good with that. Now we did tile. upholstery, now rugs, but we would never stack on more services until we know we're good with all
It's
of
going to be
them.
Resendez Bros standard.
Right,
Every
exactly.
time.
Of course.
Exactly. And I think that's so important. I'm glad you guys have got that at a young age because I've seen a lot of businesses fail. I don't care if they're just owner operators or whether they're multi-truck operations, but it does seem like the biggest failure rate comes from people growing too fast. You know, and they didn't have any direction or they didn't have any goals set. Because you also got to figure out, okay, when I add a truck, I'm adding a payment.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm adding insurance.
Sure.
I'm adding employee. I'm adding taxes.
Exactly.
So there's so many variables right there. You got to make sure you have enough for each one of those, and you got to make sure that the market's going to create enough dollar volume to cover all that. I just wanted to cover something different this time in this video because generally I'm just talking about how you got started and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to go over a couple of business things that I've shared with other people in the past, or especially my own team and stuff. My son and I sit around and we have these talks. Okay, where are we going to be in 5 years? Where's Truck Mount Forums going to be in 5 years?
Yeah.
Where's our carpet cleaning company going to be in 5 years? Where's our supply company going to be in 5 years?
Sure.
Where's our online schooling going to be in 5 years? Where's our chemistry going to be in 5 years?
Yeah.
We're constantly asking ourselves this question. Then we write it down. We say, well, this is where we'd like it to be. And generally, we sometimes don't always reach that goal, but at least we had a goal and we're pretty doggone close to it and we're satisfied.
Yeah, at least you're going in the right direction. You're trying to reach it.
Exactly. We're not out in that boat over here in the Monterey Bay. Hey, which way you guys want to go?
Those rough, rough.
Oh, and here's another thing. Can't have this. You guys got to agree same way you want to go too, because you're brothers.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to take on so much or not take on as much that might harm him and vice versa.
Right.
So you guys have to take that into consideration. I really think y'all have a good thing going. I highly recommend y'all continue to stay on the course that you are. Just work on that 5-year plan. Continue to build a team. Keep up this enthusiasm. You got the right look. You're on the corner here. I think you guys are going to go far. I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
It truly means a lot from somebody we've always looked forward to. And thank you for visiting
man.
us.
Thank you. I wanted to come here. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I made an effort to get out here and visit you guys. Well, I'm Rob Allen with Truck Mount Forums. I hope you enjoyed this video and us meeting with the. Why don't you pronounce your names the way you pronounce it?
Resendez Bros Carpet and Tile Cleaning. You don't have to roll the R's in
One more time.
I love it now.
Resendez Bros Carpet and Tile Cleaning.
Oh, it's Bros. Bro, I like that. Yeah, okay. All right, Bros. It was great.
All right, my friend.
All right, Bob.
All right,
Nice chatting.
Have yourself a great day. I'm Rob Allen, Truck Mount Forums. Take care.